Good afternoon. My name is Juan Carlos Arcos Ramirez. I am from San Jose del Guaviare. I belong to the Law Faculty of the La Gran Colombia University in Bogota. This is my final speaking video, and today I am going to talk about philosophy of rights, more specifically about the ideas from Immanuel Kant and Hans Kelsen regarding to their definition of rights and justice. I chose these two references of the field because I think it's a very interesting how their points of view are different but at the same time share some similarities. First of all, a philosophy of rights is a branch of knowledge from philosophy that studies the philosophic basis of rights and principles as a normative and institutional order of human behavior. I focuses on the reason of the legal system and the beginning of rights, taking into account its social, moral, and historic context in a universal expression. So after this short introduction, let's get started with Immanuel Kant. First, Kant, who was born in 1724, was a philosopher and scientist that had a universal vision of right, seeing it as a rational concept based of all law system but pointing out difference between the inner being or moral being and the external being. This is last of one as being obedient of the law of the system. Second, this is interbeing or moral being has an own moral code that allows it to use the right of and wrong of its own actions and the others, while the external being is a person that embraces the laws of the state and accepts its justice and right. Third, for Kant, the judgment of each person has that coexist with the judgment of others under general laws of society, which is considered as a liberal trend of Kant. Four, the idea of right has the basis of three statements for Kant. The first is the judgment, the second is the general law of liberty, and the third is the condition according with the judgment and the general law of liberty. 5. Kant summarizes the ideal right, setting up the limits between the liberty of men and the obligation that correspond to each other, saying that everyone has rights and obligations to fulfill, like a relation between men and men. Besides, Kant doesn't emphasize only in the moral being. For him, rationality and the respect for the laws of the state are crucial for success of the most being or right. On the other hand, let's see the vision on Hans Kelsen. First, for Kelsen, Wo was born in Austria in 1881. The use positives in the cornerstone on his trend of knowledge, the understood and the writing right of the right created by men. Second, in his book called The Pure Theory You're Right, Kelsen tries to show his perspective focused on the legal system and the rules of procedure, keeping away the ideas of belief, ideologies, and assumptions. Third, the rights born from a previous valid process of the regulation will automatically makes the rule valid or legal system. 4. The use positive idea right from Kelsen looks for being compatible with every legal system, putting an example the constitution or component or rules that belong to a specific legal system. 5. Kelsen proposed an idea of right based not only in the written right, but also throughout the legal system, institution as schools, seminaries, etc. Harmonized to create laws, and with this that citizens have a legal system which reacts to action of the individuals. And that were the ideas that summarizes the truth of Kant and Kelsen about philosophy of right. But what do you think is the trend of knowledge you agree the most? Let me know in the comment section below. That is for me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much and see you in the next time.